Oh, good afternoon. It is weird saying good afternoon on Kwak TV. First of all, thank you so much for tuning in. If you are tuning in live, please jump in the comments and say hello to me because you are watching Kwak TV. Because why watch crap TV? Where you can watch Kwak TV. With me, Calvin here. And once again, thank you for tuning in the afternoon. We normally do this in the morning, but today the internet was not my friend. So the fabulous guest today, the Mr. Crossley, who I'll be bringing on very, very shortly, was able to accommodate me later in the day, which I'm so grateful for. And you are in for a treat. So if you are watching live, please, you can share this far and wide from our Facebook page, Kwak Talks, or you can watch this live wherever you like. And remember, you can catch every single replay on YouTube, every single one that I've ever done. It's absolutely awesome. Facebook user, I don't know who you are, but hello. If this isn't someone that I know normally, just click the more button at the top, click allow StreamYard to let me see your name, or just drop your name in the comments and I know that it's you. So what a fabulous, fabulous week we've had so far. It is April Fool's Day, and no, today it wasn't a joke about me not doing it this morning. I did have a couple of people message me. It really wasn't. I didn't actually comprehend that. But yes, it is April 1st. And what have you got on this month? How are you making this month count? I hope you make March count. Now you've got April. How are you going to make that count? So it's, yes, Cara. I thought this morning was so slow when it was on. Yeah, you see. So it's, hello, Jordan. Hello, Cara. Hope you are both very, very well. So I'm going to do, because I didn't get a chance to do it today, the days of the year. And I'm quite shocked that it doesn't actually say on when I do this. I do this every day. Every day of the year has a different theme. And today's days of the year, it doesn't say April Fools, which really, really shocked me. What it does say is today apparently is fun day. Get out the pen. Get out your potato. Do a bit of potato printing, people. Get out the Play-Doh. Get out some board games. It is fun day. It is also 1 cent day or 1 penny day. Don't know what that means, but apparently it's 1 penny day. It is also reading is fun day. So get out them books and have a good old read. And it's also sourdough bread day. Oh, I love a bit of sourdough bread. And that's just me. I just love bread. I just love carbs. Give me a bit of cake. I'm happy. It's absolutely grand. But yes, it is a fun day today, so make sure you have a bit of fun. You have still got some hours left in the day. It's really weird doing this in the evening, but it's going to be absolutely grand. So this week so far, you had myself on Monday for Coaches Week, where Cara Wood was interviewing me. She was hosting the show. She was sat where I'm kind of sat. You get what I mean. Then on Tuesday, we had Mr. Brad Burton, the UK's #1 business motivational speaker, 4 times best-selling author, etc., etc. Yesterday, we had the wonderful Taz Thornton tuning in from her hotel room whilst she's recording a secret TV show program in a fabulous dressing gown she was rocking for us. I absolutely love Taz. And today is none the wiser. So today, we've got a fabulous, fabulous guest. All I have been told, I've never met this person before. This is the first time we've met just before the show. I've been told he exuberates happiness. He's there to get you going, and he's absolutely lovely. And he helps you get your mind going. So with no further ado, I am about to bring on the one and the only Mr. Crossley. Hello, kind sir. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. Yeah, all good.
Fabulous. I heard you got your round of golf in today, didn't you, as well? So you was going for a round of golf as well.
Lovely, yeah. Yeah, this morning, lovely. Our reschedule was rescheduled, but we're here now. But it was lovely. The weather was beautiful, and I played well, which always helps.
Oh, fabulous, fabulous. Croz, so just in case people don't know who you are and what you do, who are you and what do you do?
Right. Crossley, the Mindset Master, and for the last 30 years I've been working with individuals and businesses to let them know how really powerful they are and give them the ability to work less and earn more.
Oh, I like that. That was quite a very powerful way of saying that. You're just like, that's it, microphone drop.
Yeah.
I know personally how important having the right mindset is, but just in case people don't know, Croz, how important is it in having the right mindset? Because it is essential, isn't it? You've got to have the right mindset in what you do.
Well, see, the unfortunate thing is that our day-to-day life is run on our past programming. And what we very rarely do is we very rarely update it. And we very rarely check whether it's working and doing what it should be doing. So what we do is we find ourselves in a situation, especially people that open a business, because you've been programmed to really work in a factory and pull levers and do that, follow the man, get security of working for someone and all that. So all this programming that you've had by well-intentioned people, when you actually open your business, you're using a program that has been programmed you to sort of work for somebody, and you don't realize that it's holding you back in your business. So what you've got to do is you've got to go in and clean out all the incorrect programming. And when people do that, it's amazing. I've even with my clients, I've got a photograph of me going, because when they ring me up and tell me what's happening, it saves me, because I got so fed up with being surprised, because I'm not really surprised when they tell me what changes have happened. I'm not surprised. So rather than keep doing it every time, I just send a photograph of the shocked face. And anyone who's ever worked with me will know what the shocked face is.
Yeah, but you're so right. And I love the fact you say programmed, because, you know, our brain is a program. It's built of programming. And with it being a program, you can rewrite programming, can't you? That's what it is. You can rewrite it. You can reshape it. You can rewire it. And it's awesome. It's so awesome.
But unfortunately, it's not like a computer. In as much as with a computer, you tell it what to do and it does it. But with our brain, mine's got 72 years of rubbish in it, which I've had to clear out. I don't know how old you are, what, 30 or 25 or whatever it is.
25. Thanks. Yeah, 25.
Oh, yeah. All right. So there, you know, you've got 25 years of or being programmed incorrectly. So it takes a while. And what happens, you see, is people expect it all to happen straight away. It's like, you know, you get a book and you read it, you go, oh yeah, I can do that. And you do it for 2 minutes and it doesn't work. And so you get another book and you read that book. This is a lifetime thing. You can see, I get excited. I've been talking about this for 30 years, every day possibly of my life for the last 30 years. I've either spoken to someone about it or passed some information on or whatever. And I still get excited about it because it's so powerful that once you understand it and once you actually realize what you're doing, because when we're stressed and anxious, we spin our wheels. And all we're trying to do when we're stressed and anxious, all our mind's trying to do is move us, even if it's just a tiny little bit away from the problem. It's not solving the problem, it's not sorting it out, but we just want to get away. So we make crazy decisions to just move ourselves a tiny little bit. And it's no good, because none of this works if you're stressed and anxious. And that's when people need it the most. And that's really what made me learn all about it, because I lost everything when I was about 40 years old.
Okay.
And I'd been a very successful businessman. But when I lost everything, my mind went into panic. And I started doing crazy things. And I just said, why can't I get this to work? You know, I've been a success. I've been doing all this. I've earned plenty of money and done everything. But I just can't make it work now because my mind was in the wrong place. Right. Yeah. And, you know, relaxing and sort of, you know, just pretending everything as I was the last thing on my mind. I just wanted to just rush and do everything because I still associated working hard with money, movement with money. It's got nothing to do with it. If you hear money and money and is, you know, money and hard work in the same sentence, they're not associated at all. Because if hard work was the route to money, all the laborers would be the richest people, right? And I know that they're not. So there must be something different. So we've got to get rid of this thing that just doing things is the way to money. And I've realized that the more you relax, the more you earn, right? And because everyone's kidding themselves. Every single person listening to this, I guarantee within an hour, I could make you find at least 30% of your day back, because you're kidding yourself. You're fooling yourself. You're pretending, because you've still got the mindset of associating hard work with money. So what you do is you fill the gaps with rubbish. Oh, I'm on Facebook, or I'm doing this, or I'm doing that. It's rubbish. It's not actually earning you anything. It's just, you're just pretending. And once you realize that, and you realize that actually relaxing and allowing things to come to you, everything changes, because everyone's chasing. And you can even answer this, Callum. What happens to anything you chase?
Well, you get knackered, you trip, but you might eventually, you know.
If you chase anything, it'll run away.
Yeah. It's
right.
You're going to trip, you're going to fall over trying to get it.
Right. And that's the same with anything. It's the same with a woman. It's the same with money. Anything you chase, anything that you're sort of really striving for, it's all about allowing it to come to you.
Yeah.
Right. Once you relax, you allow it to come to you. And that's what I teach people. And anyone who I know is watching this, they'll laugh anyway, because that's the only promise I make, that if you listen to me during our time together, you will earn less. You will work less and earn more. And every single person that I do, they can't believe how much ability they've got once they let that flow, rather than doing all the pretend things of filling their day.
Yeah. And do you think that a lot of the time we're filling these gaps, like you're saying, you can get us this 30% back? We're filling it because we think filling it feels like a reward. You know, does that make sense? Are we filling
No, because we're programmed. We're programmed. I don't know who worked out 9 to 5. I ain't got a clue who worked out 9 to 5. All they've done is created traffic jams in the morning and the evening. It wasn't nothing to do with productivity, right? But it was because that's all part of the programming. I mean, I've just had a decorator leave here today, and he does 8 till 4, because that's the tradesman's 9 to 5, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right. He does 8 to 4. Now he left a little bit before 4, about 3:30. He said, I'll make that up tomorrow, right? Because he's right. So he's programmed. That's it. I do that like as if it don't matter, as long as he gets the job done. I don't care. But that's his programming, is that he's now, oh dear, I've done that. And once you actually relax into this, because none of this is new. It's thousands and thousands of years old, but people have taken it and they've written like in-depth things about it. I mean, I studied quantum physics as a way of explaining all this, which it does apparently, but it was the most boring 6 months of my life. I stopped doing it, because you've really got to suspend belief to do it. So all I do, everything I do, you don't have to suspend belief. I just tell people from my experience, from results that I get with people, this stuff works. The only problem that you've got for becoming a highly successful business person is you. You are the problem. The biggest hurdle you'll ever have to get over in your life is you.
Oh, why have we never met before? Honestly, I don't get it. But it's so. What do you think? Oh no, let me rephrase that. Actually, what do you think people anticipate for when you say to them, right, we're going to look at the program and let's reprogram? I'm going to think I'm using the right terminology.
Yeah.
Do you think people get scared of that because it's not that structure anymore? It's not that programming they've got inside them anymore.
I've got clients at the moment that have achieved far beyond their mind when I met them could comprehend. That's a true story. And if I had told them where they were going to be in a year's time, they would have more than likely said, oh, we better leave him out. He's on drugs. There's no way. They could not comprehend. And now, because this is a process, it's layers, it's steps in life, right? And trying to tell someone at the bottom of the steps what happens at the top of the steps is crazy, right? So you've got to move up, and each step of the journey, you understand more. And it's only the understanding and the applying that reprograms you, because it ain't no good someone telling you. It's no good at all. You've got to experience it. And I've experienced it so much. I mean, my life now, for someone my age, I mean, it's just, I can't believe it. It just happens. I don't have money worries. I've got investments all over the place. I deal with lovely people, talk to people like you, deal with lovely clients, play plenty of golf and all that, because I'm programmed for maximum enjoyment, right? And like I said to you, even when how important golf is to me, I said, look, can we please change it? If we can't, because I've already committed to it, but that was before they took the thing off. We've committed, right? But once I did, so I said, can we redo it? I'll never let anyone down or not do it, but that's it. The golf's important to me. So if there's any way I can change things to let me play golf, that's lovely. And that's a priority in my life, right? because I try not to put myself in a situation whereby I try and be in situations all the time where I'm enjoying myself.
Yeah.
Right. Then I give of my best. Right. And it makes me happy to have enjoyed myself. And that's basically my philosophy, because over 25 years ago, I wrote a tagline when I first started doing this, and I learned all about it. I put, wherever happiness goes, success and wealth are sure to follow. But everyone's trying to do it the other way round. They're trying to say, well, I'll forego that, right? And I'll make myself a big pile of money and I'll do this and I'll sort everything out and then I'll be happy. It don't work. Because the odds are, if you're a miserable bastard now, whatever you get hold of, when you get to this point where you think you're going to be happy, I'm telling you, you'll still be a miserable bastard. You've got to change things now, and you've got to take your happiness with you. It ain't. It's not something you head towards. You either are or you're not. You're either happy or you're not happy, and you can't store it. You can't head towards it. You can't say, when this happens, I'll be happy. It's a work all the time. And the happier that you can make yourself, the more money you'll get, the more success you'll have, and the healthier you'll be. Everything sorts itself out. It all starts with that state of mind. And, sometimes the last thing you want to hear is cheer up, be happy. But it's the best advice you can ever get. But you don't want to listen because we want to wallow in our misery. Oh, no, that can't be right. Please let me be a bit miserable a little bit longer. All right, I'll come back later.
One of the best pieces of I kind of advice / tip I got given, it was actually from my own mum. And, I was going through a bit of a hard time at the time or something like that, or I felt like I was. And she said to me, if you carry on being the way you are without changing your attitude, you will get addicted to people giving you the attention whilst you are feeling low.
Yeah.
And you will get addicted to it. But then because you get addicted to that, because you get that rush of a good feeling when someone gives you that attention, you will then become a low person. Would you rather be happy all the time naturally, or do you want to rely on people giving you this little push, this little oomph, this little warm hug, but you've got to remain low all the time to receive that when you can become a happy person? And I was like, wow, that's a really strong statement. Really strong statement.
Yeah.
And that's stuck with me ever since.
But it's, you see, the thing is that in a business, the easiest thing to get is money.
Yeah.
And everyone goes, no, that's not right. Everyone makes money. Everyone makes money the hard bit, right? And I tell everyone that no, the hard bit is what you know that enables you to earn the money. But because you know it, you don't think it's valuable, right? So once you appreciate that what you know is earning the money, all you need to do then is create a process. Every business is the same. If you're manufacturing, you have a manufacturing process. Then there's two other things: sales and marketing. Marketing precedes sales. People get them mixed up and they try and do it all together. Now, marketing is shouting out what you've got and getting someone to listen and show interest. That's marketing. That can be a process. And whatever the process is to get someone to say, I'm interested, that's marketing. Marketing then ends.
Yeah.
Then we got sales. Sales is, oh, someone's interested. Let's take them on a little journey until they say, I want to buy. That's it. So there's two things, marketing and sales. And both of them can be turned into a system or a process. Because when things started going a bit dodgy with this lockdowns and all that, everyone started changing their processes. But the thing is, what had changed was the outside influences. And they rushed to change. Oh, it's not, no one's doing it. No, everything outside has changed. So if your process, one of the things, it's like, jumping out of a lifeboat, that your lifeboat is your process. Yeah. Right. So don't rapidly just change it. Monitor, say, well, hang on, we might adjust it, but don't just out and out change it, because that stood you in stead in the good times, and it will work in the bad times, providing you just keep doing it. But what happened initially, everyone was going, oh, it's the end of the world, and they stopped buying things initially and stopped, but then slowly it came back. But by that time, most people had changed their process out of all recognition, which wouldn't work. So everyone got themselves into trouble by trying to change things too quick.
Completely right. And this is one of the things I've been saying to people that I can see or has said that they changed massively. Not I wouldn't say the word adjusted. Adjusting is personally, I think, is a bit okay. But change completely, change the dynamic, change the process. And I'm like, all right, is that new process going to work when the world reopens? No, because you've made it fit the current climate and not what it used to be, which it used to work, which is what we're going back towards. You shouldn't have changed. You should have adjusted. There's a difference, adapted.
That's
there's a slight difference. You should not have changed completely, because now you're going to have to change it back. What a lot of messing around. What a waste of time.
So, but it's look, all business, okay. Every single thing in life, whether it's business, whether it's life, it's relationships, it all starts in your head, right? And what one bit of valuable information is that every single result you get is as a result of an emotion. So you have a thought that creates a feeling, that creates an emotion, and the emotion creates the result. Okay, it's as simple as that. When you're when things don't work, before I'd always been successful. I'd never lost everything before, so I was in new territory. But before, all self-development, when things are going well, plug it in. Oh yeah, positive vibes, goals, and all this, and visions, and all that. It all works. You just plug it in, but that's only because you're in the right mindset. Right. So immediately your mindset changes, your emotions change, the results change, right? So all of a sudden, all what was working before don't work. So all you've got to do, and it's a great thing, change your emotion, and you change your result. So then sometimes you have to kid to yourself, right? Sometimes you have to say things are all right when possibly they're a little bit dodgy, but you just kid yourself to get your emotion ready to change the result. But what we do is we go along and we're stressed and anxious. We try to make it happen. We spin the wheels, plenty of smoke, clouds of dust and everything, but we ain't going anywhere, right? So you walk over, tap on the window, say, oh, turn the ignition off, mate. Turns the ignition off, say, right. Start it up again, put it in gear, let the clutch out slowly, nice and that, and all of a sudden you've got traction. You start moving again, you see, because you've relaxed. And that is changing the emotion, whereby you've relaxed and then you start getting traction again, right? But we see, that's bad programming. We spin around and we rush around doing it, and it's like all the things. See, as I say, none of this teaching's mine. All I can own is the way that I explain it so that people can understand it. But there's all things, more haste, less speed, right? So Wallace Wattles in 1910 in The Science of Getting Rich said, go as fast as you can, but never hurry, right? All these things, see, it's so simple, but the point is you've got to allow it. You take it on, you use the teachings, and then you get results, and then they make sense. I mean, I've got a client at the moment, a couple that run a business. They just can't believe where they are. They've got more money than you can shake a stick at, right? And yesterday, we were talking yesterday, and it was, I think, about 1:45. And they finish every day at 1 o'clock at the latest, right? They used to work 15 hours a day. They're earning at least 4 times more than they've ever earned, right? And they finish every day at 1 o'clock. And what they're doing next 2 weeks, because the kids break up tonight tomorrow. So they said, whether they're at, I don't know, Easter, about time they had holiday, innit? Anyway, so they break up. So they're having an holiday. They're having 2 weeks off while the daughter's at home to shoot out and do different bits and pieces. Right? That's living. That is living. Because it's really, you see, the thing is, what a lot of people won't tell you, it's a game. It's the game of life. And I'm actually writing a book, Golf, Game of Life Formula, all round golf, and how golf applies to these teachings. Like you stand on the tee, you know where you're going, but sometimes you go off track into the rough and all that. But each time you approach the ball, you reassess it. And if you get all wound up, guess what? The ball goes all over the place, but you stand there, calmly work it out. Should I take a drop? Should I do that? Right? Because it's all a game. Right? You don't get, no one gets out alive. Right? So just enjoy it.
That is very true. That is a really good, it's a game. No one comes out of it alive. No one.
No.
Like, I love that. But it's Croz, believe it or not, we've been talking for nearly half an hour.
Really?
Yeah.
We'll have to do it again sometime.
We really will. But Croz, I tell you what, give us some final words of wisdom. You know, the world, I'm going to use the words reopening. The world's reopening. Some people might be uncertain. Lots of people are going to be excited. A couple of people are going to be very, very cautious, obviously. What words of wisdom would you leave us with?
There's 3 things that will change your life.
Know
where you're going. Have a clear mental image of where you're going, and make that what you want, not what you think you can get, because it's 2 different things. Stretch yourself a little bit, but have it such clarity and enjoy that now. A bit like when you booked an holiday and you start enjoying the holiday when things get a bit rough, you think of yourself on the beach and all that. So bring it back to now, make where you are where you want to be, because most people are trying to escape their life. I'm going to work hard now, but when I get there, it'll be all right. No, you can only enjoy now. The only thing you've got any control over is now. So enjoy now. And the 3rd thing is get rid of all the rubbish from the past, because 90% of people use the things that went wrong in the past as reason why things are going wrong now. They say, oh, it would have been all right if it wasn't for that divorce. So when was that then, mate? About 10 years ago. Oh, that's a good idea. So you've been dragging that problem with you for 10 years, right? Imagine if you just forget about it. If it's a person, forgive them. If it's an event, forget it. So those 3 things alone will change your life dramatically.
I love it. Croz, thank you so much for coming on the show. Don't rush off straight away. I'll have a quick natter with you when we end. I'll kick you backstage. Have a lovely day. Enjoy the rest of your golf and have a lovely weekend.
Thanks a lot.
Bye.
Yeah.
Oh, how have I never met that man before, people? How have I never met that man before? I do not know. Tomorrow, we have got, at 9:30 in the morning, we are on time tomorrow, we have got the one and the only Fidel Burhill, the Kingmaker himself, and the Queenmaker, apparently. So make sure you tune in tomorrow, 9:30 in the morning. Once again, thank you so much for Croz for fitting me in his schedule after the internet issues today. And in the words of my nana, if you can't be good, be careful. If you can't be careful, don't get caught.